the server, can't sign in, can't log in, can't do what they want to do, can't watch the shows. It it was crazy, interesting and crazy. But I mean, I guess something that was to be expected, when it comes to something like this. But with that said, you know, we expected it. We knew it was going to be crazy. It was crazy. So, late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing it street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, coming with another late night live with dropping jewels. Before we get started, big shout out. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching. Shout out to all our new subscribers. Great stuff coming. And big shout out to Geek Fine Art, the artist sponsored wall behind me. He's a dope artist. I hit him up. I was like, look, I'm doing another wall. Can you help me? He said, of course. And then we got this. So big shout out to him, Geek Fine Art on Instagram. Homie is on point. And big shout out to KURO Brand for sending us some stuff. They help pay for the channel, help hold us down, do all kinds of cool stuff, hit us with the bills, and of course, hit brothers with hats. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to block my eyes. I know how the light is. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it to the back for the brothers. Brothers, big headed brothers got the snap caps, you know what I'm saying? Hold it down for all us. You know what I'm saying? With the dome pieces. Um, but also shout out to Eon 001 who came through earlier in the last stream. Big shout out to Christmas 808. Big shout out to Bass Silica. Just some new subscribers that have been coming through and been really, really cool and hollering at us and having some fun. So tonight we've talked about Titans. Tonight we've talked about The Mandalorian. And now we're going to get into Disney Plus. Big shout out for everybody who's coming through right now. I see some people jumping on and watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you hit that thumbs down, I'm gonna send Disney after you. They don't play. Uh, Disney Plus. My first question to you is, what's the first thing that you watched on Disney Plus? Like straight up, what's the first thing that you open up Disney Plus and you press play on? Like a first thing. Because for me, when I first got on Disney Plus, the first thing that I watched was, and you can see it in the thumbnail, Smart Guy. Smart Guy, Smart Guy, shooby dooby doo. But Smart Guy was the first thing I watched. I actually got on and I started like perusing because I use the Roku app. So I get on the Roku app and it's funny. The cool thing is the Roku app. Big shout out to Roku. You know what I'm saying? You hold me down. Whenever I need to watch something, Roku's there for your boy. Uh, but the cool thing about the Roku app is that it did not crash for Disney Plus on Tuesday. Like it's weird. The online version was tripping, but the Roku app worked all day long. There was nothing bugging out on the Roku app. Um, no, excuse me. There was one time that I tried to play something and it was like cannot play, and then I went back out and came back in and played it again, and it went fine. So there was one hiccup, but the Roku app worked all day Tuesday, and it's been the bomb ever since. But the first thing I watched, of course, was um, the one, the only, the amazing, the magical, smart guy. Um, I don't know. I was just going through, when you get something new, you want to take it through its pace and see what it's about. And so I started looking through shows and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. They got Simpsons here. I don't see any other Fox content. I'm just saying, where the other Fox stuff? But you know, we'll get to that later. So I'm like, all right, we see Simpsons. I'm like, look, let's check out the series. Let's look at some comedy series, because they have like action, adventure, animation. It's the streaming setup. So I look on there. I see Boy Meets World. I'm like, word, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm scrolling through. I see Bizarre Bark. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I see Crash and Bernstein. Coop and Cammy. Not my flavor. Jonas Brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm scrolling and I see Raven, and I'm like, okay, a little bit of nostalgia. But then I keep scrolling, and I see Smart Guy. Now, before I go to Smart Guy, big shouts out because I'm gonna talk about some other stuff that we've been watching on this in general that's hot. But I see Smart Guy, and I get this rush of just emotion and love and family goodness. Big shouts out to the Sweet Life too. My goddaughter used to love that. But Smart Guy has a spot in my heart when it comes to just like black family shows back in the day because and I've remarked on this before, like in the 90s, it seemed like the 90s had a ton of black family shows, and just in general media has kind of like gotten rid of them, or not really gotten rid of them, just stopped putting them on. um, but Smart Guy was one of many. You know, it had Smart Guy, Proud Family, Thea, Moesha, um, uh, Fresh Prince, Cosby's. You had Cosby's technically started in the '80s, but you know what I'm saying. Still, you had Family Matters, um, tons of shows. Parenthood. Um, so there's tons of shows. One on one. Well, did one on one come in the '90s? I think it does. I'll put it in there. But you know, so I saw this and just all this Omar Gooden, shouts out. You know, Essence. I'm just saying, you know, I was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? I was a young boy. Essence, she's Essence, man. She is the Essence. No, but a big shout out to Jason Weaver, who I've been a fan of forever. Big shout out to the movie he did called Summertime Switch. I still love that movie today. So I saw Smart Guy and I was like, oh, I gotta watch it immediately. So I watched Smart Guy, and then I started putting stuff in my queue because I was like, all right, you got Smart Guy, but don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? You got Goof Troop, word. All right, you got Recess. Oh, up, you got Doug. I say what? Chicka poo chicka chicka poo. I was like, hold up, what? You got Doug in the house? So there was a lot for me to love here. You know, you got DuckTales and all that, but Smart Guy was the absolute first. Next up after that, I watched Mandalorian. I ain't gonna front. And I just finished reviewing Mandalorian. The first two episodes are out. They're crazy fresh. But I was just blown away by the quality of their original programming. Now, I haven't watched any other stuff yet. I haven't watched like Jeff Goldblum's show. I haven't watched the Lady and the Tramp movie. But if the Mandalorian is any indication of where they're going, bruh, man, like them Marvel shows about to be straight livings. Oh, and shout out to Phineas and Ferb too. So anyway, I watched Mandalorian. I was like, cool, good. I got my Mandalorian fix, no doubt. Got to review that anyway, no doubt. Got it. So I'm looking through animated, and I'm like, I got my comedy, but I need a little bit more than my comedy. You know what I'm saying? I like to laugh, but you know, y'all know I'm an action man. So I was like, let me slide over to action adventure. And I'm scrolling through, and I see stuff like Darkwing Duck, and I love Darkwing Duck. Don't sleep. Oh, big shout out to the jazzed up version of Darkwing Duck. But I scroll and I scroll, and I'm like Spider-Man. All right, cool, cool. You know, lab rats, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even Hercules. All right, cool. Fantastic Four, the joint where they kind of like updated it in the early 2000s, I think. And Gargoyles. Much love to Gargoyles. But actually, what I ended up checking out was Tron Uprising. Because the second I saw it, an immediate feeling of this show is underrated. It should have never been turned off. And dag, I need to see it. And I turned it on and it still knocks. Like Tron Uprising still comes through. And just the nostalgic power of, I mean, dude, there's so many hits on this joint. Like you scroll through, like if you scroll on, you know, you got X-Men Evolution, X-Men and Wolverine, you got the regular X-Men from the 90s. You got, you know, Star Wars Rebels, Forces of Destiny, Clone Wars. You got Spider-Man, pretty much all the Spider-Man except where is Spectacular Spider-Man, man? Now, I mean, I'm pretty sure Bob Iger or something has already covered this in a tweet or article or something, or someone has already said when it'll drop or if it's going to drop. But I was like, oh, where they got Spider-Man? Let me check out Spectacular because that's after the 90s Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man is my favorite one after that. And I was like, yo, where it at? You know what I'm saying? Where's Spider-Man? Where's Spectacular Spider-Man? Where's it at? Where it at? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out where my show is. So, uh, especially when we don't have the Black Panther animated series that was on Disney XD just last year, but you got Inhumans on this joint? For real though? For real though? And I'm not mad. I'm figuring it'll probably be on soon. I'm just saying the Black Panther animated series and also the Black Panther animated series for BET too. Don't forget that one as well. So you have actually two series that ain't up on this joint. So I'm like, yo, what a Black Panther series at, son? Yo, where is it at? Also, there's tons of like Fox content that ain't on here yet. Where I'm like, I guess they're waiting, holding back. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hit us with too much, too fast. But yeah, the Mighty Ducks, the animated series, just tons of stuff that's just like fun to watch in general. But after Tron Uprising, even though we got stuff like Kim Possible, which I will be peeping later, I was like, yo, I gotta go back to my X-Men, yo. I gotta go back to the X-Men. I gotta go back to the fields. Because I actually own the DVD stuff, but it's back home. So I'm like, I gotta go back to my fields. I gotta go back, yo, gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So watching X-Men the first couple of episodes is just beautiful. Uh, and it takes me back. Just that art style, you know, how they were doing, like even because I watched some of the 90s Spider-Man as well. And big shout out to what is it, the 60s Spider-Man or whatever, like the old Spider-Man that had like all the jazz tunes on it, because that's where MF Doom sampled a lot of stuff from that. Like, and like the second you turn it on, you're like, oh snap, it's like just listening to Doom is just cool. Um, man, but it's like Viva the traveling vaudeville villain who don't give a flying, who ain't not feeling them. Watch what you dealing them. H King Death Card. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then like the bald headed dude, like you know all those samples and stuff from that. So that was cool. But I ended up going further and deeper into Star Wars. And let me know what you're watching, because maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe I haven't searched right. Maybe Black Panther is really here, the animated series, not the movie, but the animated series. But I'm just like, yo, where that? Where that, son? I'm up in here. I'm clicking. I'm clicking. You know what I'm saying? I'm clicking Black Panther. I'm clicking on T'Challa Black Panther. I don't see. I see. I see Black Panther the movie. I see Avengers. I see Civil War. But I don't see Black Panther the animated series. We got other anime. I'm like, yo, where you at? Where you at, dog? Where you at? That's all I'm saying. Um, but this joint straight goes deep and it goes hard for real. Like one thing I've been watching, because of course I'm a Star Wars head. You guys know, if you know me at all, you know I was on Jedi Alliance. You know I was covering Star Wars before that. I've been loving Star Wars forever. You know, big shout out to Alexis Torres, Mark B. Donica, you know what I'm saying, Kidnap Sock, Jennifer Landa, like you know, Joseph Scrimshaw. Big shout out to all them, Ma Garrett, all them. Shout out to all them. Um, but I fell back into my Star Wars binge, yo. And I started from and I know this is about to get Star Wars again. I apologize. I know y'all gonna be like, yo, you said this was about Disney Plus, dog. Now we talk about Star Wars. And yes, it is gonna be a little Star Warsian for a second. But I will digress. But we got, you know, of course, episode 9 coming. So I figured, all right, well, you know, episode 9 is going to be here. Why don't I go and watch the whole series again before the movie comes out? And when I say the whole series, I mean episode 1, episode 2, the whole Clone Wars series show, all 6 seasons, or is it 7 now? 6 seasons, whatever, because the new one ain't out yet. So I think all 6 seasons of that. Then episode 3, then watch Rebels, then watch 4, 5, 6. No, sorry. Then watch all Rebels, then watch Rogue One, then watch 4, 5, 6, then watch, I think, Resistance. When is Resistance placed? Is Resistance before 7? I think Resistance is before 7. So then watch all of Resistance and then watch 7, 8, and then of course 9. Or sorry, oh excuse me, sorry. Watch Solo because Solo, dad. So I'm trying to watch all of it before December 19th or 20th or whatever it is. So that's my mission right now. All right, I'm in season 1 of the Clone Wars. I got a long way to go. So that's what I'm in right now. That's what your boy is doing. Um, but the cool thing about this is that there is so much to get into, and for someone who initially I was like, I don't know if this is a good look for Disney. Sitting back and scrolling through their library, they got way more hits than misses. Like on any given role that you scroll through. All right, I'm looking at movies. So all right, let's go. Even if you go like movies A to Z. All right, so A to Z, starting on the very first row. Uh, very first row. 10 Things I Hate About You. It's cool. I wouldn't say it's dope, but it's a cool movie. 101 Dalmatians, the live action joint, still enjoyable. 101 Dalmatians 2, and 102 Dalmatians. All right. So you got 2 hits, 2 misses. Second row, Adventures of Babysitting. You know what I'm saying? Absent Minded Professor, another funny one. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Come on, man. And then, well, you got 12 Dates of Christmas. Then, it was the same. But on any given row of just randomly choosing, you know what I'm saying, you'll look up and be like, oh, these are 2 movies that I love or 2 movies that I enjoy. Or, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got like, anything, you got Ant-Man Wasp, you got Apollo missions, because like you got all of the National Geographic stuff that I enjoy personally. I know everybody ain't into it, but I like watching the animal stuff every now and then. It's pretty good. But I really want to see what they do with the Fox content because it's not up yet. All we have is Avatar and the animated series that they used to run and The Simpsons. But we don't have a lot of television series. And that's a lot. One of the main things that I wanted from Fox, from Disney getting Fox, is to be able to get on. And I'll leave it on this. My question on this is, while I'll leave you with is, what do you want from Disney that you didn't get from Disney Plus when you first signed on? Um, because since when they showed Avatar and they showed Simpsons, I was like, oh, word. So they are going to have the Fox content. So immediately my mind goes to 3 shows. Yeah, my mind goes to 3 shows: Martin, Living Single, New York Undercover. And I'm like, where they at? And I know people might be like, yo, look, you gotta wait, whatever. But I feel like Disney's sleeping on those shows, yo. Like for real. And I'm like, bruh, do you know the market that is there for those shows? Like if they would have came out and been like, yo, check it. Day one, son. We got Martin every episode, Living Single every episode, and we got New York Undercover every episode. You know what I'm saying? It would have been fresh. You know what I'm saying? I like that's one thing that I'm really missing right now from Disney Plus. That I'm really like a lot of Fox series just aren't on here, which I was hoping that we would get. Even though I mean, of course, I know this is focused on Disney, but Disney bought Fox so that it could do this stuff. So I'm like, where they at? Where those shows at? Where the Fox shows? Like, so, until that time, don't sleep. We still got stuff like Superhero Adventures that's fun as heck to watch, but there's a couple joints where I'm like, man, yo, look, I know y'all want to, hit us all immediately with everything, but I'm like, yo, hook a brother up. Where my Black Panther animated series at? Where my Martin, Living Single, and New York Undercover? You know what I'm saying? You hit me with those 4, and I'm cool. Now, like I said, for now, I'm in the Star Wars binge until the new movie drops anyway. But let me know what you're thinking. Holla at me. I'm holla at you. Down in the comments, let's talk Disney Plus. What was the first thing you watched? Do you think it's worth the money? And what don't they have that you're like, yo, why is it not here? And when is it coming on? Yeah, I think those are the questions I want to ask. So, before we bounce, big shout out to Arcatron. Has a new album coming out called The Space Bridge. I have listened to it like 6 times now. I really like it. It's really cool. You should check it out. Big shout out to Geek Fine Art behind me with the artist sponsored wall. Big shout out to KURO Brand. That's right, KURO Brand for holding us down right here, helping us pay them bills, and also hooking us up with all kinds of cool gears, gadgets, stuff to help out with the channel. With that said, guys, anything y'all want to talk about, tweet at me at ThatNERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. You can find me there. If y'all want to talk movies, want to talk Disney Plus, want to talk gaming, you can holla at C Brown mostly or Arcatron, but I'll talk gaming with you too. So from me to you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming through. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up if you liked it, and hitting that thumbs down if you didn't. But if you didn't, ooh, I'm gonna send them Fox people at you. And I've been past the Fox offices, right? They do not look like a nice group of people. I'm just saying, they look like they might, you know what I'm saying, chitty chitty bang bang, you know what I'm saying, keep the burner close. I'm just saying. So, guys, before I bounce, thank you for chilling. Check out nerdsoul.com for podcasts, t-shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. And for me to you, I'm just saying, peace. Yeah, come on. Huh? Come on. Come on. Come on. I said peace. Yeah, come on. I said, come on. To the left, y'all. I said peace. To the right, y'all. I said peace. I keep it going, y'all. I don't stop. Yeah, I don't stop. I don't stop. Come on. I keep it. Woo. I don't stop. Come on. I keep it. Ha. I don't stop. Come on. I keep it going now. I don't stop. Come on. I keep it. Woo. I don't stop. Come on. I keep it going now. I keep it.